Welcome to your region this week. I'm Anandi Carroll Woolery. In this episode, an award-winning Brantford company is changing the way buildings are constructed through innovation and productivity, plus going behind the scenes as Cambridge Fire undergoes suppression training. But first, here's a look at the headlines. Two bats have tested positive for rabies in Wellesley Township. That's according to Region of Waterloo Public Health. Officials note this is not unexpected, as the disease is found in bats and there is an increase in activity during the summer months. Rabies is a viral disease that will attack the nervous system of warm-blooded animals and is commonly seen in bats, raccoons, skunks, and foxes. The most common way it's spread is through a bite. And if you come in contact with the infected saliva through a scratch, wound, mouth, nose, or eyes. The City of Waterloo continues to work with Ontario's Privacy Commissioner after staff were notified cameras in a local hockey arena were broadcasting for weeks. City staff were first told 2 weeks ago about an unscheduled live stream at the Waterloo Memorial Recreation Complex. While the city wants further confirmation, they say it's highly unlikely the live stream was active and available to all Live Barn subscribers from May 1st to July 23rd. The time frame coincides with summer camps at the complex. Live Barn says none of the streaming was downloaded or shared, and it had minimal views. Live Barn is a sports streaming service, and the cameras are used to broadcast events like minor hockey games. Meanwhile, the City of Kitchener says it recently learned cameras at Lions Arena and Grand River Arena had been active since mid-April. Live Barn cameras at KW facilities remain offline as the Information and Privacy Commissioner of Ontario continues to investigate. Waterloo Regional Police Service is reminding drivers to keep their license plates visible. The service has launched an educational campaign on the issue as well as window tints.
So really what we're looking at is a public education program to sort of help people understand the law surrounding those different things, license plates being the coverings and things that obscure our ability to see that license plate. And it's not just us, it's all different facets. We have automated license plate recognition software that we use in our cruisers to identify stolen vehicles, to identify other issues with vehicles on the roadways, as well as our ability to, if we're conducting traffic enforcement, if we're doing a traffic stop, if we're going to initiate one with you, to be able to understand before we walk up to that window who we might be dealing with and what risks that might come with that. Window tinting follows along the same lines. So it's a pattern, it's a trend that a lot of people like to outfit their vehicles with window tinting, so that there are some benefits to perhaps reducing heat or reducing glare that comes off the roadway. But there are rules around it, and the key for us is to help people understand that those rules have a purpose, that those rules are necessary, and what those limits are, so that people understand that, because there are places, unfortunately, and I know some of the media reporting was obviously talking to very reputable locations, but there's also places that will install things and sell things to you that aren't legal and aren't reputable. So we want to help educate people so that they don't make those mistakes. They understand our reasoning behind that, and they understand a little bit of why we would do enforcement on those.
The City of Brantford is launching automated speed enforcement program. It's part of an ongoing effort to make local streets safer for all road users. Municipal speed cameras coming soon sign will be installed at the locations listed on the screen over the coming weeks. The province is injecting $4.1 million into Waterloo Region's healthcare. The goal is to connect more people to a family doctor or a primary care team. The teams benefiting from the funding include Community Health Caring Kitchener-Waterloo, New Vision Family Health Team, Waterloo Region Nurse Practitioner-led clinic, and Woolwich Community Health Centre. This investment is part of the province's $2.1 billion primary care action plan. The plan looks to connect 300,000 people to primary care this year and support over 130 new and expanded primary care teams. The 8th annual Backpack Challenge is in full swing in Waterloo Region as the police service continues to collect new backpacks and other school supplies.
Right, well, this is the 8th year that we've hosted this Backpack Challenge here at WRPS, and it's really about helping kids and families get ready for back to school. Any parent knows that it's an expensive time of the year to outfit your child to go back to school, so what we're doing is just trying to, give a little bit of help to those families and lift that burden a little bit. At this point, most people are looking for backpacks for their children, backpacks, school supplies to go into the backpacks. We're also taking lunch boxes as well as gift cards, take monetary donations as well that we use to go shopping and purchase the back to school supplies. So anyone can drop off a donation at any of our divisions, North Division, South Division, Central Division, or they can come here to headquarters and come to the front desk and make the donation, any type of donation they'd like, whether it's physical backpacks or monetary donation or gift cards. We start delivering the backpacks around the August 15th. It'll take us a few days to deliver all of the backpacks to the community centers and the people who have registered, but we really are taking backpacks throughout the month of August because we do have a significant wait list of people who are hoping to get one. Right now we have 3,200 spots that we've opened up, and those filled up within hours. So we do have a significant wait list already, but certainly anyone who may need one, we encourage them to message us and get on that wait list. Well, this is really a community campaign. WRPS hosts it. We do a lot of the work and the purchasing and the sorting and the distribution, but none of that would be possible without the community, and it's their hearts and their gratitude that makes this program a success year after year. This is really about giving kids a fair start to the school year, sending them prepared at the beginning of school and setting them up for a successful school year, and giving them a sense of pride, happiness, and really putting that smile on their face on the first day of school.
Coming up, a Brantford-based company is changing lives and construction through modular technology.
Hi there, everybody. I'm Marshall Crocker, and I'm the host of the Brantford Red Sox Report, where we talk about the IBL's Brantford Red Sox, one of the most historic and popular teams in the IBL. We're going to meet the players that make the game happen on the field, and all the staff and community members that make us so entertaining and fun to watch off the field. Check us out every week on Rogers TV.
Here we go.
You can't do this, Jacques. It's never been done before.
Mr. Blake.
You can't see down with that thing.
Mr. Blake.
Jacques, what?
They're coming.
Hold them up. Find something. Jacques, I'm telling you for the last time.
Are the Canadians finished? His plan coming back on the ice. Come on, give us something, will you? Please,
How many stitches?
Gentlemen, please.
Hey, Tony, you got something to say to the people who need more?
On November 1st, 1959, Jacques Plante of the Montreal Canadiens broke with tradition
You're a brave man, Mr. Plant, standing up to him like that.
and changed the face of hockey forever.
The regulars, the guys who keep this place in business. Last week, they had something to celebrate. Jason had just finished university. So they toasted his profs, his TAs, his old roommates. Well, they toasted just about everyone. But I worry about and take care of my guys. So even when I know they're not driving, sometimes that means bringing them a little surprise. And then they had a drink to me.
Brought to you by Smart Serve Ontario and Arrive Alive, Drive Sober.
The Canadian Helen Keller Centre's new residence and training facility in Etobicoke has been completed by ANC, a Brantford-based modular construction company. This project was accelerated by off-site fabrication and on-site parallel work.
Coming from a construction background, I think that's what really has made us successful, is that we know how the buildings need to go together on the site, and we're just peeling the layers back on, okay, how can we prefabricate it, right? I think that's one of the different things between us and our success compared to some other modular companies. There's been quite a few black eyes in the industry lately, where we are builders to start, and now we're just kind of pulling that backwards and figuring out a way to prefabricate it and build it off-site, knowing all the while how it needs to happen on the site. That's the execution part of it is very important, right? So that's what I see about a lot of other companies in the modular space who haven't been successful. It's their execution, right? You kind of need to know what that end product needs to be and work backwards into the prefab. You can't just prefabricate something and then ship it to a site and hopefully it goes well. That doesn't go well, right? So I think that's the big thing. So the Canadian Helen Keller Centre is the biggest one we've done to date. I think it's likely one of the largest volumetric modular projects in Ontario, probably in the top 4 or 5 in Canada. That we are actually still doing, but we installed a couple of months ago. So that one there was 157 modules. We erected all of them in 13 business days. So 6 stories, 13 business days. Then we had to run around the top with parapets and some other pieces just to tie it all together. But our craning in the still frame shot that you have is over a 22 working day period. So generally speaking, we went from the ground up to having a watertight roof in less than a month.
That's fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
So that project, and I've got these stats from the Canadian Helen Keller Centre, where that project, Rapid Housing Initiative from CMHC, would take every person with a visual impairment off the Toronto Housing Affordable Wait List. The Toronto Affordable Housing Wait List would take every person off of that list and put them into a safe home.
That's amazing.
And so we're taking that construction timeline, which would typically be probably a 2-year or 24-month timeline, compressing it in half to a 12-month timeline. So because we're able to prefabricate it, we're able to accelerate the time on site. So we had the building almost completely fabricated before the building permit was issued. So once the building permit gets issued, we do our underground, we do our foundations, we put in some services, we come in with a big old crane and stack it together really, really fast, right? So now what we're doing on site is all the stitching and seaming and all the stuff that we can't do on site, the common spaces, the commercial spaces, those kind of things that are just part of the design of the building, where it's now done conventionally. But all of the units, they showed up with all the kitchens in, all the flooring done, all the lights are in, all the toilets are in, the showers are done, the tiles in, like it's ready to go. It kind of just needs to get plugged in, right? So it's almost like a piece of equipment or an appliance, but it makes up 100% of the structure, and it's 80% of the project is all as these little cubes, right? That get put together. So they're all custom designed. So there's not, this is our box. It's like, no, every job is different. Every client is different. We customize all those modules to the client and the client's needs, right? Which makes sense, right?
Right. So when you see a project like that, and you know the difference you're making, and it's your business, how does that make you feel? Like, it's gotta be...
Very proud. Yeah. So I get emotional talking about something.
Yeah, and that's okay, because it's...
Yeah, it's a good thing, and so that gives me some drive too, right? We're not just greedy developers. We're actually, doing something good at building homes, right? It's for the right people, right? So we do a lot of, and not just housing either. There's schools, institutional, industrial. So we built a private firm in Six Nations of the Grand River. They contacted us and said, we want to put a big addition onto our school. We're bursting at the seams. We need an addition, but we don't want to disrupt the school year. Can you get it done over the summer break? And I'm going like, geez, it's a 3-story, 17,000 square foot school. But I said, okay, but can you give me one more month, right? So we started on June 1st, where we went in and did the foundations and the dirt work, and we had them in the first week of September. So just over 90 calendar days. We built them a 3-story, 17,000 square foot, state-of-the-art, very energy efficiency. So they were very keen on energy efficiency, limited fossil fuel burning, right? So all electric heat and cool. With that, we have really, really high R values and energy efficient envelopes, the best HVAC equipment you can buy. In 2022, we won the Ontario Concrete Association Award for Innovation for low carbon concrete mix design with Heidelberg Materials. So Heidelberg is the concrete company. We teamed up because we were doing lightweight low carbon concrete using prefabricated construction methods, right? So I think that was one of the big things. So that school there, we poured 100% low carbon concrete for the entire school. There wasn't anything that we poured there that wasn't 50% less carbon, and that was just kind of to help the pitch that we're doing our part, right? Especially with the Indigenous community, they're about the environment, so we did everything we could, right? Like I said, there has been quite a few black eyes in the modular industry, not just around here, but all over the world. You see, companies in UK going out of business, companies everywhere going out of business. But there are a lot of success stories too, right? So us being one of them. It is doable. It is possible. It is successful. So for those of you who read all the bad stuff, look at some of the good too, right? I know there's some companies out west, some companies out east, other companies in Ontario, including ourselves, who have successful modular projects, really making a difference. So I think it just needs to be assistance from the governments to help with the financing. The banks and the governments need to work together to help these companies finance it. The issues that most of these modular companies have that don't succeed is cash flow problems, right? And steady workflow. So again, we're in a housing crisis. We need homes. There's no excuse for a modular company to not have work on their floor. Plain and simple. I had our local MP in here when we were delivering that Helen Keller job, and he was sitting right here in this office, and there was modules flying by us in the parking lot. And I said to Larry Brock, I said, Larry, this should happen every single day. There's no reason why we're not doing this 360 days a year. And he said, I absolutely agree with you. And this is back to financing. We need to get those projects greenlit. We need to get those permits issued, right? So yeah, it is a successful industry when done properly with the right help. You just need to do it carefully because it's not as easy as it looks.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrival Live smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivallive.org to find out more. Arrival Live, drive sober.
My name is Chef D. Most days, you'll find me feeding high-profile personalities in even higher-pressure kitchens. But now I'm taking an ordinary food truck and a slice of summer to get out of my comfort zone and into parts of the community normally out of my reach. It's a gamble, but if I can use my passion for food to help out some amazing folks, it'll be worth the road trip.
David Prang from the Chamber of Commerce Brantford Brant speaks with community members about events and organizations that impact the city of Brantford and the county of Brant. Chamber TV, Thursdays at 6:30 p.m., right here on Rogers TV.
Aging Well brings you conversations with experts to help empower your golden years with enthusiasm and optimism. Don't miss Aging Well with Angela and Alice Liu, Mondays at 7 p.m.
Everybody knows not to drink and drive, but some people still think it's okay to take drugs and drive. Police have the authority, the ability, and the tools to determine if drivers are impaired by legal or illegal drugs. And because drug-impaired drivers can pose just as great a risk as drunk drivers, they face the same penalties, like the loss of their driver's license, a criminal record, fines, and more. A message from the RCMP, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, and Arrival Live Drive Sober.
In sports, the countdown is on for the Eli Pulverman Tournament. This year features a record number of teams participating starting on Wednesday, August 20th. Darren Stevenson has more.
For us, it's great that Eli's being honored and remembered with this tournament, and it continues to go on, and there's great hockey in his name.
This is the 4th year for the Eli Palfreman Memorial Tournament, and the co-host Ayr Centennials will be looking to defend the title when the tournament starts on Wednesday, August 20th.
And this one's for you, Eli. Ayr's gonna take it for the first time in their franchise history, the 3rd year of this tournament. How fitting that Stover pots the game sealer.
Opening night features a showdown between the Sens and the Cambridge Redhawks at the North Dumfries Community Centre.
We all know that Eli lived and breathed hockey to his last moment, literally. So he would want this. He would want people to remember him by playing what he loved and bringing great hockey with great teams, and he would be honored that it's still going on year after year and people are celebrating him and celebrating the sport that he loved.
We're honored that the Centennials and St. Andrews College are hosting the tournament. There's so many people to thank, and of course the executive, the Barrys, the EBs, Kathy, the Sharons, all those people. Without them, this doesn't happen. They sacrifice a lot of their own time to make sure it happen, and we really appreciate that in Eli's memory. And of course, Adam Financial, the 2nd year coming back, being a primary sponsor of the tournament is fantastic. They're part of our family too.
This tournament is far from exhibition. It is hit the ground running. The teams are coming to win. It's just like when Eli played for us. This tournament is the Eli Palfreman tournament, and it is the style of play is the way Eli played. Never gave up, grit, determination.
This year's tournament will see 8 teams competing with 5 from the GOJHL. The Centennials, the Redhawks, the Stratford Warriors, the Strathroy Rockets, and the Caledon Bombers. Other teams include St. Andrews College, the Pittsburgh Junior Penguins, and the First Assist Trappers.
Oh, tick-tock, boom!
Can't imagine doing this without all the volunteers that put in so much time for this event. We're on the ice from Wednesday all the way to Sunday. Every team is in this building on Sunday. We have a huge 50-50 going all day on Sunday, so one big prize. We have a barbecue going Sunday morning for breakfast and for lunch, making sure that everybody gets out to support that. Funds from the barbecue will be going towards the Eli Palfreman Scholarship Fund. We need to raise money for that as well. So this is a huge event for us. We're so excited about it. I can't even, begin to thank all the people who are involved in this event.
Have you ever thought about just how much politics you speak about just in your own kitchen or in your living room? Or how many important ideas are shared or solutions to some of the world's biggest problems? Well, you're in luck, because I'm inviting some of my friends to come and speak to me about everyday politics, and I'm bringing my living room to you. So join me on Wednesday evenings from 6 until 7 for Everyday Politics with Laura May Lindo.
I'm Wendell Clark with a word about winning. We all know it takes a team effort in any sport and with any challenge. You can be a part of the winning team that shuts out impaired driving. Whether you're out on the town or just hanging out with friends, drink responsibly. Always have a plan for a safe ride home for yourself, your family, and your friends. You'll be helping to shut out impaired driving.
Visit ArriveAlive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive. Drive sober.
Smudging is a very important part in our life as we're all learning to walk the good way. When we smudge, we use the sacred medicine, the white sage, the sweetgrass, the tobacco, and the cedar. It cleanses negative energy and replaces it by a positive energy. When I smudge, I cleanse my end and my eagle feather and start cleansing my breath to have better words. I will smudge my eyes so I could see the better things offered to me. I will smudge my ears to hear the good thing that people have to say. I will smudge my hair to have good thinking from my head. I will bring the smudge to my feet so I could walk in respect with our Mother, the Earth. Smudging is the way we give our prayers to connect our spirit to the Creator. We express gratitude for the gift of life, the learning, and growth.
finally for us. In our continuing series of stories with the Cambridge Fire Department, this time we look at suppression training. Firefighters undergo rigorous training to sharpen their skills. Our camera was there to capture the training.
So the purpose of the Mobile Live Fire Training Unit is to provide live fire training opportunities for career and volunteer fire departments, to assist fire departments in training their fire suppression staff in hose management and interior fire suppression in low visibility conditions and cramped quarters, which assists with hose management. Think about the furnace in your house. It operates at about 60 to 80,000 BTUs an hour. So the way this trailer is designed is there are 4 burn props. There's a burn prop at the front of the trailer, at the back of the trailer, on the ceiling of the first floor, and on the second story, which is in that raised section that you see behind me. So each of those props, if we lit them all together at the same time, operate at 6.8 million BTUs, which gives us the opportunity to create heat, live fire in different areas, and simulate a rollover fire so that firefighters can recognize it and can recognize it early and fight it when it's starting. And then we have the last prop on the second floor, which is a smaller unit. But all of them burn very, very quickly. And we also take away all visibility with high output smoke machines so that they're operating in near zero visibility. And just to make it more challenging, we'll put mannequins in there for them to do a search. So not only do they have the fire hazard, the zero visibility, there could be 1, 2, or even 3 victims in there that they have to find. And we also create mazes with portable walls to make it that much more challenging. So they may have to crawl under barriers, around barriers. We have lots of variety by shifting walls. We have a door that will lock that they have to pry in zero visibility. So they're timed by the air they have in their cylinder and the task that they're given for the training scenario. So they are in full PPE with their respirators on, and their air cylinder is their time limit, right? They're sent in to do a task. It could be a basement fire where they're entering on the second story and going down, right? And there will be mannequins that they have to search for and find, and they have to do that with the air that they're carrying, but also building in a safety margin so that they're not running out of air doing it.
That's our show for this edition of Your Region This Week. Thanks for watching. I'm Anandi Carroll Woolery. See you next time.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Kitchener's perfect music mix is on Chime 96.7. So every song is someone's favorite song. On Chime 96.7.
Survey says Celebrity Family Feud is wild. Name something your mate's booty has in common with the basketball.
It bounces.
We get some answers I didn't even know you could say on TV.
Summer days, summer nights, lots of things to do, places to go, and people to see. If you're having a few drinks, be sure to plan ahead and get home safely. We don't want to pick you up.